Martin, you were very disappointed with the result at Stoke. What happened on the road?
I have to say I was more disappointed with the first half, and I was more disappointed with the game before that against Sunderland, because if we would have won that, we would have been in a great position. People would tell you that we were unbeaten for 6 games, and then after that they said we didn't win for 5 games, and that is right, because we had too many draws. And we should have won at least 2, Reading, Southampton for example. So 4 points more would have been probably realistic, but we couldn't, and then we lost against Sunderland, and we shouldn't have, but okay, we had a red card and it was difficult. They scored 1-0. Then we go to Stoke, and you can always lose against Stoke, but what I didn't like is, but that is not the first time that I had that experience, that they almost outbullied us, and they were stronger and physical, and we couldn't always cope with that. Second half was better, and I feel the scenario was there for us to be successful and score 1 or 2 goals, but we couldn't. And I think in the end, if we could have scored 1 goal, it would have been nice. It would have been another draw, but it would have been 1 point. And our away form is better. We had 3 or 4 draws away from home, but it was not enough, and we have to do everything in the next couple of weeks to get points on the board, because this is not what we want.
So against Stoke and Sunderland, you would target points from those games. Next up on the board is Chelsea away from home. How difficult is that going to be to rekindle that winning?
No, I was always aware, and we spoke about it before the Sunderland game. We have to win this game because that would have been 19 points for us, and would have been a cushion for other games like Stoke, because you can't expect us to say before a match, this is an easy game, a difficult game against Stoke. For any other team, because they were unbeaten, 12 games. But you have to come up with different things. You have to keep the ball. You have to try to play around them, and we did that sometimes. But most of the time, the first half they pressurized us. So you have to go to Chelsea now, and Chelsea away from home. Although we had 2 draws last year, it's not easy. But it's their second game under Rafa Benitez, so hopefully we can take a little bit of an advantage, because they will be under pressure. For them, it's a game they should win, because it's a second game now with Rafa, and another draw or defeat will be a problem, I feel. So that is where we can build on. But on the other hand, of course, they've got quality. People don't even know, for example, Marcus Marin from Germany, great player, he's not even playing. So they've got a lot of quality up front. They've got Oscar, they've got Mata, of course. Hazard is probably one of the quickest players with the ball in Europe. Torres under Benitez will get his confidence back, hopefully not tomorrow. So they've got a lot of things, to improve on, and they've got quite a few players on the bench as well. It's one of the most expensive teams in England, so they will get some points, but hopefully it won't be tomorrow, and hopefully we can get a result there.
Under your time as Fulham manager, Fulham have had a particularly good run against Chelsea. Maybe not necessarily the results, but the way that the football has been played, both at Stamford Bridge and Craven Cottage. Is that something to take heart from?
Well, of course, it's not about me, but we always find with the staff and with the team, we found a way to play against them, and we didn't manage to beat them, but they didn't manage to beat us. 3 games, we had 3 draws, 1-1 all the time. So before the season, if people tell me against Man United or Man City or Chelsea that we will play against them and have draws, I would probably take it. But we need the points, they need a win, so it could be an exciting game.
And just in terms of playing personnel, I know that Kieran Fry is now eligible, having been recalled. Is there anybody else that will still be missing? Brian Ruiz and Alex Kacaniklic, I know, are still injured.
That's the little problem we had, because Kieran Richardson is out, Kaka is out, so that could be a problem on the left, but Kieran Fry is back. Although he's very young, he didn't play a lot at Cardiff, but I believe in the boy, and he's involved tomorrow, so we have to wait and see, but he could play from the start.
And you talk about your attacking options, Mladen, Hugo, Dimitar Berbatov. Is that something that's likely to be seen tomorrow evening?
Every time when I played Brian against Chelsea, we did well. Brian Rose is not there. Mladen, in away games, didn't get a lot of the ball because we couldn't play it forward often enough, I felt. And so we have to wait and see. But there's, of course, another option with Karagounis. We've got Karagounis who can play in the hole. We've got Mlano who play up front with Berbatov in the hole, but don't forget we've got another game on Saturday as well. So we have to try to. It's not juggling, but we have to try to come up with something, and we will do that. Damien Duff was injured on Sunday, didn't play the whole match, so that is a decision we make. You know, Ashkan from the start, or maybe Damien Duff. So there's a few decisions to be made, but whatever happens, you know, we will have a good team and we will give them a good game.
And finally, the fans away at Stamford Bridge are always noisy. It's a sell-out away allocation. How important will they be tomorrow night?
No, yeah, you can still remember the game last year, the 2 games, and they were fantastic. So hopefully we can, and that is always what you want, because they give us our lives, they give us, and we give them the enjoyment, hopefully, and we play for them. You know, we play for the fans, so hopefully we can make them happy. Hopefully.
We wish you luck tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.